And then the other one is just a puppy, he's like 6 months old. No, she awful cute, I don't know, she got some English bulldog, I don't know what she's got in. It's a lot of work, grandma's tell you.
Being 6 o'clock. Let's
I
start the
love
meeting.
dog, but
And I think everybody has
Yeah.
a copy
I
of,
just do so much and, I just don't have anybody to, and if I read.
Mary's trying to put.
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, that's fun.
I was talking about rescuing
No
dogs.
worries. I thought Doris was gonna.
I was
hop
gonna
on,
say,
but I don't
because
see
Mitch-
anybody in the waiting room,
She
so.
said, didn't she say she was gonna?
Maybe too late.
Doris said she was traveling.
She's in Potomac or
She's
something.
gone.
Something, I think.
Yeah, Richard is actually on, so let's admit Richard.
Why did I forget my water in my car? Mhm.
Hi, Richard, can you hear us? Hi, Richard.
Now is Karen.
Oops,
He's
he's muted.
Okay, you're muted, Richard.
Oh, she did.
You're muted.
There, yeah, sorry.
Okay, all right, that's fine. And I apologize, I did not get out the agenda. I usually try to get it out at least a couple of days in advance. I did not get it out. We've had a lot of people out here in the office and anyway, we're all working double duty.
Hmm,
So it's been a big election. Right now, we're just gonna open up the meeting here and look at the minutes. Mayanne is here. Who is one of our committee members, and she has offered to do the minutes for the Senior Resource Committee. Does everybody want to take a look at those and?
Who's Chris?
Yeah, what's that last sentence about?
All gather, who's Chris?
Man, this last sentence on the first page, Chris.
I don't know, somebody mentioned Chris, I wrote Chris.
I don't know any Chris.
I don't know Chris.
I don't know Chris either.
Is it somebody, Dave, that sounds
I
like
think
this?
it was mentioned as Christine, maybe it was meant to be Christine.
Oh,
Coulson.
Christine, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Like
like, and somebody could
Yeah,
made said
yeah,
Chris,
I should have.
I wrote what I hear.
Well, and I should have known when I read the rest of the thing, I'm sorry, I'm not awake, so I'm sorry.
Well, they look good, man, just
Okay.
a couple of
Typos.
typos and we'll fix those.
All right,
For the
With
most
this
part.
couple of
Did I put
typos,
this
I'm,
Is there a motion to
I
approve?
approve. I make
Okay,
those.
so Kim,
I second.
okay, so Kim and Sue.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna welcome Richard and we're gonna welcome Kathy Lavasser, who hasn't been appointed, but will be appointed by the Board of Select Persons tomorrow evening.
Welcome both.
Yeah,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome.
you, Richard, for coming. It's nice to have a male on the group.
Yeah.
Are all women right now. Michael,
Token mail.
yeah, Michael has stepped aside a little bit, just, there are some family health issues, so he has stepped aside, but did you receive the mission statement, Richard, at all when you got appointed?
Yes,
Okay, so, yeah, so basically our purpose is to provide programming to seniors that otherwise may not be available to seniors to provide opportunities. To look at and explore grant opportunities, different things to help seniors. And, you know, we're looking at helping to keep seniors in their homes as well. We are supposed to be a group of, the board just approved an extension from 10 to 15. We do have 2 or 3 members that are seasonal members, so I don't see anybody else waiting to get in. So sometimes they will be zooming in, but that is the goal of the group, is to provide just opportunities for the members. We have a senior walking group right now. We have a craft group. We were doing movie Mondays. Some of the things that we have done is providing an end of life informational, estate planning, that kind of thing, helping people with their legal paperwork and providing information to them. Providing sand buckets for seniors. That's a program that we were running. It was going pretty well. We do need more buckets, so I'm gonna put something out there on Facebook looking for 3 to 5 gallon buckets. We don't have a lot of buckets left. We primarily do that on our own as volunteers. When we can, we will be having at the elections day, we will have a table there. I don't know if that's something that you're interested in. I think that's where Michael grabbed you. Last election as a member. We will be looking for people to help out with the delivery of buckets of sand, so.
I can help out Tuesday. We need them.
The buckets of sand are very heavy.
Oh, I don't know.
Especially 2 to
Yeah.
5
I can't do
gallons.
them.
But we
sign
did,
people up.
pardon,
I can't carry them, but I can sign people up,
but you can sign
Yeah,
people up.
which is what I've
Yeah.
done before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
And I
I will
can
have sign up sheets, I will have a table there at the elections.
I'll be there 8 to 4.
Okay.
Oh, God. I
It's
have,
a
I'll take
long
my
day.
crocheting
It's a
with
long
me. I'll
day,
take my
8 to
crocheting
4.
with me. Gary will feed
I
me.
do expect a heavy turnout though. Right now, we've had
Yeah.
over 1,100 absentee voters come in, so.
And you might not have that many actually come in person. Everyone's
Actually, I'm expecting around 2,700 altogether, so I'm looking at almost 50.
Do we also wanna do recruiting? On election day when they're signing up for these buckets?
Excuse
Do
me?
we wanna do any recruiting for committee members or members?
I will have a form there to recruit for committee members as well, because,
Are you gonna be down there at all?
That's how.
you
Oh,
won't be able
Oh, you'll be
to.
so busy.
I went the whole-
But I recruited you at election.
I'll
I'm
be
like,
there
you
all
should
day.
get- you should be-
Are we gonna have
Oh my
displays
God.
of like the barn quilts so that people can see what the crafting people
So
do?
if
Yeah.
people send me pictures, I have a few pictures of, the barn quilts.
Yeah.
I will try to get something done. I'll be honest, we have been a little understaffed in this office.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, we've had a lot of, people out sick,
Hmm.
so.
And I have a dentist appointment at 12, but I can be here after
Okay,
and I can help you
Just
after.
come
but-
down. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get there by 8 o'clock, you know.
so it's an opportunity to just, you know. We're also looking, what do seniors want? We do have a survey out there, with some survey results. That have been compiled as well as to what seniors are looking for. And we're not looking, we do provide trips, we have done in the past. Anybody else wanna chime in?
I got a question.
Healthy cooking?
We've done a healthy cooking class with Maine General, getting Maine General to come in for free. I think our biggest thing is finding those opportunities that are available for seniors at a low to no cost, because it's
Hmm.
not our intention to make money. It's our intention to help seniors and provide seniors with opportunities for healthy living for the future. And a lot of them are not able to get out. We do like a movie Monday.
Yeah.
Where we have, 5 to maybe 8 people come. We have not been doing that throughout the summer. We do a movie Monday. Kim's been very good about doing that. And we provide popcorn and water. They don't want to do anything. They don't really talk a lot. They just sit and they watch a movie together.
Nice. Go watch it.
It's contentment, it's contentment.
And bring your
and it's just-
pajamas and your slippers and just.
It's being somebody of their own age and, so that's kind of what we do. Anybody wanna elaborate any further on that?
Did you mention the parties? We like the fall party we just had and then Christmas,
Yeah.
what coming up?
I was gonna get to that because that's actually on the agenda.
Mary, for the election day for the signups, do I need to print anything up? Or you gonna have the sheets
I'll
there?
have all the sheets.
So I don't need to do
printed out.
anything
I
to
have
show up?
everything already and
Okay.
spreadsheets, so
Okay.
I'll have everything printed.
And we'll
I'm
have a
gonna bring my crocheting, so if it's, nobody's talking to me, then they see it, then I can get into the craft thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
And there'll be a table set up for us with chairs and stuff. Is it where we were the last time by the door?
Yeah, I'll try to have, it'll be, a Town of Belgrade Senior Resource Committee table, so I have quite a few petitioners coming that day as well.
as long as we have
And
chairs.
we'll have a sign that says who we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and we'll also have the, file of lives available for people that want to pick those up as well.
Oh, cool. We'll be busy.
Okay. So, I don't know if anybody has, a report on the craft days. As far as I know, everything has been going well for craft days, which we do every Thursday. Richard, up to the North Belgrade Community Center. It is usually, a group of people that get together that, do crafts. And it's an
And how long
opportunity,
is Jean gonna be with us?
excuse me,
How long is Jean gonna be with us before she leaves?
I'm not exactly
It's
sure.
usually after Thanksgiving.
Is it?
I
Okay.
was thinking it is the third week of
Okay.
December. Yeah, yeah.
So somebody will just be filling in at crafts once our 2 crafters are gone?
As far as I know.
Yeah, I can help.
Because they coordinate that amongst themselves.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Pam
So-
Prescott usually.
Yeah, and I think Ann Greer.
Yeah.
Ann Greer does a lot of the crafts up there too, so throughout.
I can
the
do some
winter time.
needlework ones, that's
Okay,
my.
and maybe
area.
coordinating
Yeah,
you with
needlework.
them, which is something I can do after we get through this election. Yeah.
I'll be so glad when that's over. I'm tired.
Yeah, so will I. The fall celebration, so we had a fall celebration with Christine Poulsen, Lefty and Pam Tyler.
Yeah.
That went fairly well.
It was, I've gotten.
It
good
was a
feedback
nice
from it. It was
attendance.
very.
Did you
good.
get good feedback,
Yeah,
Betty?
I did. Yeah, people had a good time.
It was, when I left, there were 24.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't as many people as we had hoped for that fall event. But there was also
Yeah,
a funeral that day that a lot of people in town went to. So that was a free event. I did pay Christine $150 a piece for each of those in attendance, even though it was a pro bono.
Mhm.
Because I was more worried about the people, we expected probably 50 to 60 people and we only had about 25.
yeah. I think we
Because-
should have paid them anyway. They were well worth it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they were.
Yeah, and it was
They,
a
they
good
did
time.
a
and-
really nice
Yeah.
job
They
at the
did.
North Belgrade. The senior center for the senior resource committee is the North Belgrade Community Center, Richard, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, I was going to attend, but I had to go across country for a friend's funeral.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, it was unfortunate, and I was roughing it in Southern California.
Yeah, and our event was, yeah, there was also another funeral from somebody well-known in town, which kind of took away from the fall event, but it was nice. Christine had a good time. And,
I think it was nice, though, that people did go, they had a good time, the weather was nice.
Yeah.
And like we always say, word of mouth, next year, more people might be
Yeah.
willing to come
Yeah.
again.
There were other musicians there as well, you know, it was really cool.
There was other musicians there that
yeah,
had
and there
recently
was a
moved to
lot
the
of
state of Maine.
talking. Yeah,
Right,
Jam
so,
session.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
so it was nice to
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, it was okay attended, and thank you for everybody that helped out, and showed up and came.
Yeah.
I got good comments about it. So, the people that were in attendance were happy.
oh,
that,
yes,
You know, we
yes,
did something on that part of town, so, cause I
Yes.
think that's also important
Yes.
too, is to
Yes.
recognizing that. This is one town, and to maybe have events all around town is a good thing,
Mhm.
so. And some of those people may not have driven as far. To go.
Although I think everyone that came was from the lake
From-
end of town.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you
Quite
know.
a few, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, there were a lot of people there from North Belgrade.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Great Pond, they live on Great Pond, and,
right,
you know, we brought a new couple who just moved here
Good.
on, oh, shoot, can't think of the road now, but anyway, they had a great time,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And it's a good way for them to socialize
Yes,
and get to know people
Yeah.
too, so it's all about socialization, I
yeah.
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that's important, is
Yeah.
that the socialization of
definitely.
seniors is
Mhm.
just, you know, to keep them.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing on the agenda is just the Christmas gathering. And I know we went over that somewhat at the last meeting. I want to propose to the committee to skip our November meeting. And make this our planning meeting for that Christmas meeting. It's just because the
Yeah.
holidays are grouped right around, and it's so difficult for people to get out and attend meetings.
I'm
We
just
all-
kind of wondering, it's just us that always come. Are there the other members that belong to this committee, are they no longer interested? Because it's just us that come here and it's just us who participate, and that's just a lot of work for just 4 of us, 5 of us to do. And I couldn't help out. All I did was get the food orders for the thing because I had another commitment for the October gathering.
Well, I think yeah, you know, we have our snowbird people.
I know.
And Betty's gonna become one of them as well, right? When are you leaving, Betty?
Just before Christmas,
Just before Christmas.
so just missed January, February,
Yeah.
March.
So, yeah, we're always looking to recruit more people. It'd be nice to have more gentlemen on the committee, as well.
But I didn't get a lot of people to sign up for food.
Yeah.
We had so much food.
You did?
Oh, we had tons of
more
food
than-
there.
It was
than we
so
needed.
delicious.
We
It
had
was a
way
lot
more
of
food
Okay,
than we
good.
needed.
I took quite a bit of it to church for the
Right,
friendship. The
Good.
next day, there was a lot of. food.
Okay, good, that's
Yeah.
good. I was just
Yeah.
worried.
There are
people
rooms. I
may
don't
not
think we
have
ever have to worry
responded,
about
but
Yeah.
But
they
they
did
Mhm.
come forward, so.
Stuff and Mary was taking it, putting it over, should give it to everybody else.
Well, that's good though, that somebody,
With nothing.
well, it's good that somebody took them home and used them for something
Well,
else.
there were donut holes and cupcakes, little
Mhm.
mini cupcakes that I took for church.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so, Sue, the gathering for the Christmas gathering is December 7th,
And they're
which
on,
is also FYI, the, isn't
Stroll.
that the
The
Christmas
stroll.
stroll? So it could, you know,
that's the same day as the
it's
Christmas
the
stroll.
same day as the Christmas stroll.
That's probably not
Well,
a
we
good
are
thing.
going to do it,
You know,
1 to 3:30. Did you say something, Richard?
no, I was agreeing with it, whoever said
Yeah.
it was, that's not a good thing.
What time's the tree lighting, 5? Cause the stroll starts in the afternoon,
Right.
evening, early,
Right.
yeah, late afternoon, early.
And our Christmas gathering, so we have a Christmas gathering up at the North Belgrade Community Center. This will be the 3rd year in a row. And we're gonna have, the Rhines are coming
Mhm.
and we will pay them, and is that $100?
Yeah,
Is that what
50,
we're
50
giving?
each, yeah.
I also saw. Yeah,
Rick Ray is
Rick
out of
Ray.
commission, his finger,
okay,
Yeah.
okay, cause he said. Barbara said they were looking forward to it, and he said, we're gonna see the Rhines, and I
yeah.
said, well, there was some talk about you joining the Rhines, and I didn't realize. that-
Yeah, I just saw him last week and he's out of commission. His finger that he plays with, he's having, I don't know if he had surgery on
Cause
it.
I saw him at the funeral there,
Yes,
and he said.
yes, and that's where I saw him too, so.
So it's just a gathering for seniors to come together for the holidays that may want to just enjoy some friendship and some socialization once again.
Was the stroll this time? Did we have this, that the same time last
I don't
year?
think so.
Because I was gonna say, we didn't, there was no
I don't think that's,
friction with the
I think the
stroll,
stroll might have been the week before.
was it? Okay.
It's just the way the week spelled it, I think,
Yeah.
this year.
So what time of day is the
So it-
gathering?
1 to 3.
1 to 3,
Yeah,
and the stroll starts 3.
Well,
I think it
usually
starts
it's
about
4 to 7.
3 to 7 or 4
Is
to
it
7.
3 to
Yeah.
7 or 4 to 7?
Yeah, I think
So-
it's about 4 actually,
Yeah.
because the lighting, I think, is at 5. The tree lighting.
And people usually go to get
What
the
was it
town
last year?
early anyway.
last year, the Christmas stroll was on December 2nd, and our party was the following
The
week.
two- yeah,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're having a stroll.
So that might be a little bit of an issue.
So we're
I
gonna,
think we should be fine. It'll be, you know,
Times is different.
for the stroll.
Mhm.
Unless we move it up, but
I
then
wondered
we're
if you
moving
made
it
it
up
earlier.
to around lunchtime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do the gathering like earlier, 11 to,
yeah, but then that's usually, you know, we usually just have dessert kind of,
oh,
not,
okay.
not food.
not food, right, okay.
So,
Yeah.
I think if we
Yeah.
move it up, we're gonna get into that, which
Yeah.
might be not the best thing.
Right.
Okay.
1 to 2:30,
I say we do 1 to 3.
1 to 3.
I think it's fine.
If people can leave and
Right.
go to
Yeah,
the lake.
because that's a lot of work for them to bring all their stuff and everything and just to play for an hour and a half. I think we should just stick with 1 to 3.
Okay.
Oh, it's.
And we're paying them $100. We're gonna do, again, coffee, hot chocolate
We had all kinds of snacks
and
last year.
tea. Okay, and then if somebody wants to,
I'm gonna text Kevin just to make sure he's on board.
if somebody wants to be responsible for, soliciting desserts.
I'll bring it to the walking group.
Okay,
We can hit
that
quite
would
a
be
few
good.
people there.
yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
And
Is there gonna
I'll
be a
get all the
flyer
paper
that we can
goods.
put on your social media?
Excuse me,
Is there a flyer we can put on social media?
yeah, we could do a flyer. Kim, you wanna do that? I think you did it last year, Kim.
I've done it.
You could just fix it.
Done it for the past couple and just
Change it a
date,
little bit.
yeah.
And hopefully when I get back to the walking group again, I'm
Yes.
gonna try to recruit more women to, you know, come on the committee, because I think a lot of them, and, well, we don't have,
I'm gonna
we don't
recruit
all
Gary.
in.
We have Richard.
Well, I meant the walking room, I turn our walking.
I'll get Gary to join.
I can tell you, I can
He
get
felt left
Bob
out.
to help us with the
Well,
sandbox.
it's good because I know we've looked at long-term goals. Of how do we assist our seniors with things they need done in their homes?
Mhm.
You know, and so to me, it would be good to be able to recruit people that would be able to do those kinds of
Handy
things.
people.
Because I know, you know, the town of Reedfield has a very active senior resource group. They call it something else, but they also have this group that's called Handy Helpers, which basically they do menial jobs. They go in, they change light bulbs, they don't, you know, redo a roof or anything like that, but it's small things that seniors need, and I think it's so important. That we look at those kinds of things, because, you know, a lot of people don't realize. I realize because I work here in this office, how many people there are out there. That they won't ask for the help, but they need the help. And so, you know, ideally, I'd like to get to that we have a group that can go out there. I know that the Union Church, I've reached out to them several times, and they've done a lot of different things. They, you know, the Union Church has built ramps, handicap accessible ramps, those kinds of things, which, you know, those are very costly. But I don't know, that's my goal, and I have other long-term goals for this committee that I.
You need the people to enact it.
Pardon?
You need the people to enact it.
Yes, yeah,
We need to get more people.
we need to get more people that, yeah, and maybe divide into little subcommittees. Or committees or groups that, so,
And there might be men that would be willing to do some of these odd jobs, but not necessarily be part of the committee. Could be
right,
on a call-out list or something. We
Right,
can
right.
find out people like
Right.
that.
And a lot of them might be thinking liability, you know.
and that is a very hard thing
Yeah,
this day and age, especially because. There is a big
Right,
issue with.
right, you know, you bring a ladder in, you go up, you
Exactly.
change a light bulb and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
something happens, so that
Yeah.
you're there to help.
Help, but you're.
But something could happen,
Right.
and, you know, some people just stay away from
But
that.
there are groups that also do go out.
Yeah.
Like KB Cab.
Yep.
And they do services, so it's
Yes.
also providing and bringing that information to
Yeah.
our seniors through. The best means that we can, and and I think maybe we need to look at redoing our flyer. We have a little flyer about our resources, Kim, that we haven't redone in quite a while. Kim, did you help with that? Did you start with that? When Gary Mallon was.
I might have, yes, I
Yeah.
think I might have.
Yeah, and maybe we need to look
It
at
was a
that.
threefold
To
thing, right?
provide
Yeah, I think I did,
opportunities, you know, for heating resources, those kinds of things. You know, the senior people are really the people that are not gonna come forward to ask for help. They're just not going to.
Well, I can volunteer. I'm fairly handy. You know, we're building our own cabin and I've been in engineering now for the better part of 3 decades. So I'd be happy to help. We were in ministry in Canada and we had a Helping Hands ministry out of that church as well.
Did you have one? So
Thank you.
was that local, Richard, or was that at your previous?
No, that was in Eastern Canada.
Yeah. So you had like handy helpers, kind
Yeah.
of group? Yeah,
We did.
yeah.
I can also help with the sand buckets because I have a truck and I can lift them and move them around without much problem.
Okay,
That's wonderful.
and right now I'm gonna try to get something out on Facebook only because we're low on sand buckets. We've let buckets out that we didn't go back. Collect, because we are mostly women, but I'll be honest, we're most women.
Yeah.
And so we deliver them. Sometimes I was delivering them just on my lunchtime. But I did go back and collect them. So, we could probably use 20 sand buckets and,
Sure.
we got, yeah, we did get some 3-gallon sand buckets, which was a little bit easier to manage. And they were easier to manage for seniors as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where those came from, but, looking at resources like that, I mean, we can buy sand buckets from, Home Depot. The thing is that we, belong to the town, so we're not a 501(c). So because there are, grant opportunities through Home Depot for certain resources that I found out, but because we belong to a municipality, we don't qualify. So we're basically looking hopefully for free. We do have a small budget. It was $3,500 this year. We've increased it for next year to 5,000, which is not a lot. When you look at taxes and divide it out. Right now, we still have a couple more bills to go through. We're just under $1,000. I've had some recent submissions for different things, but we're just under $1,000. So we'll make it to the end of the year. Anything that's left in our budget, our warrant article puts it into basically a reserve account for the upcoming year or for the balance. Right now in that reserve account, we have about $497, so. So it's not a lot, but it's a small budget that we try to get through with volunteerism and donations.
How about if I go to Days and Christie's to see if they, when they get some of their, say, I'm thinking of the high school pickles or whatever, they get them in those big containers.
You could,
I'll
I know
go-
Days is
Days
closing up
closed.
on November
They're already
4th.
closed.
I think they're closing this week.
Oh,
And this
this
is
week.
not-
last week.
November 4th, they're
Yes,
closing the day
Monday.
before.
So why don't I go down and see if they have any buckets that they wanna, get rid of?
Okay,
And Karen was our contact for the buckets before for this.
She
Would
was.
she do it
And
again, or?
I'm gonna reach out to her, she's already left.
Yeah, I know,
for
but
North Carolina,
she might
South
At least
Carolina.
tell us who her contact was.
Yeah,
When she had gone to somebody's house a couple of times, then either the gentleman wasn't there. or-
No, it was somebody else
It
was
was,
supposed to pick them up
I
and they hadn't picked them up.
Okay,
I guess the guy had left them out and they weren't picked up, but.
If we need sand buckets, is it okay to go on the Belgrade Lakes Facebook page and ask for some, like
yes,
5
it is,
gallon
man, if you have time to do that.
buckets for the
Like-
senior, for the senior committee,
senior
for the sand,
resource committee,
yeah,
yeah.
and what it's for?
Yeah.
To contact. Who,
They can
me
drop
or-
those buckets off here at
Here at the
the
town,
town
at the
office,
town,
because I
okay.
have a place to
I'll
store
put
it.
that, I'll put that on Belgrade.
Neighbors,
Lakes page.
helping neighbors, that page, I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot
Yeah,
that we could do. Contractors.
Okay, asking for
might
new or
even-
used, right?
new or used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
5 gallon.
How
Or
many
if you already have a bucket.
Three to 5 gallons.
preferred.
So
Oh, okay,
even if they're 3-gallon, that works out fine,
so I'll put 3 or 5.
yeah.
yeah.
No, we're covered.
Hopefully with a handle.
You might also want to put in there that if you have a bucket from previous years, bring them to the town office so we can refill it for you,
Okay,
because that's what they were supposed to do in the first place.
right.
Right,
We asked them to do that.
I'll do that tomorrow.
and I will have a sign up sheet, for people that may be willing to do deliveries or that actually need sand at the, elections day,
Okay.
so. Alright, so the Christmas gathering, we all set on that, do we have someone who's gonna put the information out there to solicit, little desserts or something?
I can do that.
Okay, thank you, Sue.
I don't know that we need to solicit, we always end up with a lot of food. I mean, we don't have a problem, I don't have a problem soliciting, but I'm thinking that.
Well, if
It
I,
always ends up that we
Right.
have
yeah,
You'll
plenty.
probably bring something, you'll bring something, I'll bring something.
I usually
And I-
bring a couple
yeah,
different
Yeah.
types of.
and I
cookies,
dropped
so-
something
yeah.
off to Mary to take to the
Yeah.
fall gathering, so.
And often Mary DeRozier.
And Mary
something.
DeRosa will bring something.
Yeah.
I'll bring something.
So I think
So,
desserts are covered.
I have everybody added
I can
to the
pick up the
senior
hot-
resource
the
list,
hot cocoa.
so what I would ask is like. When you're responding, just hit respond to all so that
Right,
we know. Who's doing what, so I don't get these like multiple
Right.
emails.
Mm.
That way,
And-
it's a little easier for me to
What
stay
time
on
did you
top of
set
it.
up last year?
We're 11:30. Well,
Was
this
it-
year we set up 11:30 for 1 o'clock. I don't think we need to be there.
No, I don't think
Didn't
they
take it that
would
long.
be that early.
No,
So when do these sand buckets get delivered?
Whenever somebody has a
Whenever
chance.
usually
anyone-
we have people call in when they want it, but if I have a list of signups. We can call them
And find out when.
and
they
just
want-
say,
Well, we could deliver anytime, then I
Right.
have it in anticipation.
and just
of
say we're
delivery.
delivering,
Right.
you know, this day.
Mhm.
I'll bring the tea kettle and tea again.
Yeah, and I'll pick up the hot cocoa.
So what time do we wanna set up?
I don't think we need to be there before 4:15.
Well, we've gotta let the Rhines in, they wanna get in to set up their stuff, so. So they'll probably wanna
It
come,
starts at 1, I'll
Starts
be
at
there at
1.
12,
okay,
okay.
Say
I'm
set up
just
at
waiting
12.
for Kevin to get back to me, he didn't get back to me
Yeah.
yet. That's just.
All right, anything more about that Christmas gathering that anybody wants to add?
Decorations, tablecloths, like,
I have Christmas tablecloth I can bring.
We must have stuff left over from last year, did we save it?
I think people just brought.
It was, I was gonna say, we brought.
People just
tablecloths.
brought, we just brought our.
What we
own.
had,
Yeah,
So do we need paper products and all
no,
that stuff?
I will have all that, I'll get that, because I have a tax, ID,
Yeah. And I think we had coffee last year too, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had coffee.
Yeah, I'll get the coffee, tea.
I'll get the tea.
We're
Well,
gonna do
Peggy
tea.
does the tea.
I got it last time,
Okay.
for October. So I'll bring that in my tea kettle.
And the milk and sugar and all that stuff,
Yeah, we got all that.
okay.
No, what do you mean? Are you gonna get that, or do you want me to get it? Milk and sugar?
I already have it
Oh,
from our event 2 weeks ago.
do we wanna get whipped cream for the hot chocolate?
Oh, definitely have to have whipped cream.
I can pick up what.
I got it, my list already.
And, yeah, I'll pick up some candy canes to go in and to stir the hot chocolate.
Yes.
Oh, good. Sounds good.
so if we're looking for donations, I'm thinking of the walking group.
Yes.
Cookies, food.
It's
Exactly,
usually sweets, cookies
Yeah,
are bars,
sweets.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
everybody has,
food.
everybody has a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they can do that.
Yes,
And we have Holly Blake
yes,
as part of our walking
Oh, do
group,
you?
so
Yeah.
she's into the cooking, so,
mhm.
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
That'd be great.
And we have good cooks in our walking.
Yeah, we do, we do.
We have good cooks in this committee too.
Yeah,
all right.
That's
So I
covered.
think we're anything else? We all set with that one?
yep,
All right, craft days, I know that, they do during the winter months, they just do the knitting of mittens and hats for the food pantry, so. Any solicitations for, medium to a heavy weighted yarn. So, man, if you're going to do, a request for sand buckets, do you wanna do a separate one on Facebook or something for yarn for the senior?
Donate, donations?
Donations for
Okay.
medium to heavyweight. Because they also, they knit the mittens for the school as well.
So you want the chunky yarn, I guess?
Yeah, or just a medium to
Yeah,
a
medium to
heavyweight,
chunky.
nothing,
Yeah,
because they have so
medium.
many different weights of yarn, that would be great.
Medium
That
to
I got
chunky.
that request,
For mittens and hats?
yes.
Yeah.
Now, this party, we're not supposed to invite people from out of Belgrade, are we? This is just for Belgrade residents.
but the Christmas gathering.
Yeah, for, Belgrade seniors.
I think my sister's gonna try to come, but she's Belgrade.
Yeah. Well, if it's a guest of yours, like, you could bring her.
All right, so movie Mondays, let's move on, movie Mondays, I think Kim and I decided, cause
Till January.
January,
That was-
we'll start movie Mondays, January,
Yeah.
movie Mondays run from 2 to 4, we're going back to our normal
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
that was switched before.
People seem to like the 2 to 4 and we switched it for Victoria and then she quit doing it anyways, so.
Yeah.
So get some back home before dark.
Here in March.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people.
By May, that's fine, I'll be ready for something.
Because
Right, back in
the
April.
movie Mondays tend to be the North Belgrade.
Okay,
That's once a month, right?
group.
yeah.
It's
No,
every
that's-
Monday.
That's every
Oh,
Monday.
every Monday, okay.
Yeah. So, and if anybody's interested in doing that. I know, Kim takes vacation, I'll have to take vacation to do it as well.
Did they ever do it down in the lakes?
No, we've never done
No,
it
it's
down.
always
We
been,
tried, yeah, because. the Belgrade Community Center has been designated as the senior resource center.
okay,
And we don't want to, Dan had his own programs
know.
running.
Yeah, we don't want
at
to interfere with
certain
the kids,
times,
we have to.
And we're already scheduled
Yeah,
for these
okay,
times,
yeah,
so.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
Plus, we bought a TV and everything up
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
good.
we have a nice TV, a nice surround sound,
Yeah.
kind
Oh,
of,
sweet,
yeah, so.
Well,
that's sweet.
All right, so I know I
Just need
didn't
to-
get it on the
Just need
agenda.
to work on some comfortable seating.
Oh,
Yeah, that-
when is that gonna start?
Actually, we could just get some,
Movies won't start until
cushions.
January.
Okay,
Or cushions or padded chairs or something, those metal chairs up there are. A little left to be desired. And I did get this on the agenda, but I did still want to bring it up because, so November, is everybody all set with not meeting in November and just moving forward, touching base through email for the December gathering?
Mhm.
Mhm.
In December, I'm not sure what the fourth Monday comes on. Is that
I just
after
said that.
Christmas?
I got a calendar, hang on. It is. Yep, that's what it is.
23rd, fourth,
The
The last Monday is the 30th.
last Monday is.
The fourth
30th.
Monday is the
Oh, the
23rd.
fourth Monday is the
And you don't wanna have it
23rd.
then.
I don't think we want to.
Yeah, and I can't do, I won't be here the 23rd.
I won't be here.
Too close to that.
Yeah, that's,
So what about the 30th?
30th.
yeah,
Well, that's the day before New Year's Eve, I don't know.
Yeah, some people might be going.
That's
All
the
right.
New Year's.
I think that whole holiday.
if
week-
worse
about
comes
the
to
16th?
worse, on the 30th, why couldn't we do a Zoom meeting if worse came to worse? If,
We're gonna be traveling, so.
so that's, I was thinking, Zoom meeting.
Unless you wanna do it earlier.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
If you wanna do it the week after we have the Christmas gathering, we could do it, after December 7th. If everybody wants to. What day is that?
The ninth,
The ninth.
The ninth?
the ninth or the 16th.
Or the 16th,
Pardon me?
or the 16th, do the week after.
Yeah, the 16th.
The 16th.
That works good for
All
me.
right,
Is that a Monday? It's a Monday,
so our
right?
next meeting will not be till December 16th. Is
Okay.
that what I'm hearing? Everybody is
Yep,
okay with
yep.
that?
That's good.
That's before the holiday. But,
Just so that we can kind of touch bases.
well,
you know.
and we're
Yeah,
gonna
well,
touch
that's too
base
long.
on a couple of things that didn't get on the agenda because I literally threw this together at the last minute, this afternoon. Tax preparation, we've talked for years about, getting someone in here to do tax preparation, which, I'm not sure, do we still want to pursue that?
Didn't
The
Tasha
board
talk to somebody?
to, I know that
think
the
she has.
Muskie Center out there does tax preparation, but it is my understanding they don't come out to other facilities.
No, you have to go to them.
Right, so this year, the Board of Select Persons are actually putting forward a new senior ordinance. And so maybe we don't look at the tax preparation But the senior ordinance is going to require people to apply for the tax fairness credit, which everyone is eligible for, and it is based on income. But some of the information, I think some people would have a difficult time in being able to do the paperwork. And what I'll do is I'll send it out, so you'll have an example of what it is. And maybe looking or holding a couple of hours during January. Right now, you can go back a couple of years. You can apply for the 23 and the 22 tax fairness credit ordinance. But this year, the select persons, because there has been a lot of concern from seniors about their taxes and about their being able to continue to live in our community because of the increases, and many of these seniors are living on Social Security and don't have another income. So it's maybe looking to provide a day in January that, or February, where we hold a little opportunity for people to come forward and we help them or assist them with that paperwork. I don't know if anybody's interested in doing that, or I will send the paperwork out. I don't think it's too difficult. I've looked at some of it, but I've handed it out to some seniors that are having some financial issues. And I could tell that it was more than they were capable of being able to do on their own. So, so maybe doing something like that. Any thoughts from anybody on that?
I think it's a great idea.
I'd be
I
happy
hate
to help.
filling out forms.
What'd you say, Richard?
I'd be happy to help with that.
Okay, all right. You know, a lot of it's just about financials and making sure. Putting together, what are you gonna need to fill this out? But the board is actually gonna put forward in a warrant article this year an amount of money. To help people who qualify for that program to be able to qualify for an amount of money. And I can't remember how much it is because they've changed things a couple of times here. Towards their Belgrade taxes. So, but this tax fairness, do you know anything about it, Kim? Yeah, it's been available now, for a few years here in Maryland.
I do, well, I
A
know
lot of
because I
people-
handed out the stuff at one of the
Right,
elections,
and I
whatever.
printed off, I put it
I
out
think the
here.
income guidelines are pretty limited. I think it's pretty small, isn't it?
Not
like,
sure,
Under 18,000 or something a
Per
year.
person or per family?
but you know, there are, seniors
much
that
than
are
that.
living.
I have a aunt that lives off $900 a month, Social Security. I don't know how she does it.
Yeah,
How does she pay her taxes?
so,
I don't know.
You
She
know?
does it.
yeah,
Wow.
well, they live very frugally.
Yeah.
Well, and she spent her life as a laborer, so her Social Security contribution was never a lot, but
Right,
she lives off $900 a month.
right.
Wow.
But I think maybe putting together a day like that, and I'll try to get everything together for that December 16th, so we can really make a plan on that. The other thing that was mentioned again, that, you know, we didn't have a great turnout. But it was the end of life program that we provided with the sexton, the funeral director. Lisa Day did
Legal
was it?
shield, legal shield.
Legal Shield, and provided information to people about, you know, those kinds of things that you need to think about that not everyone's thinking about, especially those with not a lot of means. So maybe thinking about planning to do that again, maybe early spring.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna say. When did we do it last year? April? Was it April maybe?
Yeah,
We did that.
I think we
so-
did it in April.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a great turnout, but the program was really good, and those that were in attendance, I think, really appreciated knowing those kinds of things. I mean, I learned things.
Yeah,
so,
we had, what, maybe 10 people?
Yeah,
But that's 10 people that we helped.
Yeah.
yeah. Any other suggestions of, we have the upcoming year? Things that we wanna look forward to being able to provide to seniors? Do we just wanna work right now with what we got?
I still think it would be nice to do something around technology. And
Technology,
how to protect themselves or,
Cyber.
spam or cyber,
Oh,
attacks or anything like that, how
That would
they,
be good.
or even, not even the computer or the phone calls, where
Right,
people get these phone calls and
They get
people are
suckered in.
listening. In fact, I just heard where some man ended up giving, this man had some dementia. And gave over $80,000 to a political campaign, because he either didn't remember he did it, and they kept calling him and he kept giving it whatever, but it was $80,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they can't trace
And
it.
then they couldn't get, cause
Can't
it's
trace
like,
it.
well, and I guess another example would be like my mother, who recently had half of her barn roof repaired. And was given a quote of $4,800. She lives on Social Security. And when she got the bill, it was like $9,600.
well, they give them the check and the people
And,
disappear and they never
yeah,
see them.
well, this-
Yeah.
My daughter actually works for the Attorney General's office, so it's been reported and it's been found out that this particular company. Has actually been reported numerous times because, they told her you'll get a senior break and.
Yeah.
This and that, and so she's so well beside herself, but making, I guess, seniors aware of those kinds of things that are out
So I think a
there,
program like that,
right?
Senior
And just-
protection program.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
Well, I don't know if any of you remember Lydia Johnson, but
Yeah.
towards the end of it, and she was a remarkable woman and still going strong at 93, but I went into her house and as I was going in, she said, hold on, let me get the card. And she went to her credit card and I'm like, Lydia, who is it? Lydia, who are you talking to that you're giving a card to? And she said, oh, it's fine. She gave him the credit card. I went right out and got on the phone to Carol and said, your mother's giving her credit card out to someone, and it was a magazine subscription.
Oh, God, they'll
And
get you.
it took months to get out of that.
Sure.
They finally got out of it, but it was months trying to get that, so.
well, and seniors typically, again, my mother, who gave her social security number over the telephone for something, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
You just don't
Right.
realize those things, but, and when I look at, so we lost our Boston Post cane holder, he passed away recently, so we're looking for, again, the eldest person in Belgrade. And when I looked at my records that I currently have, I had probably 15 to 20 people in their 90s, which I was shocked at the number of people that are of that age that, those kinds of things could be happening, but, and so, we are an aging population living longer.
I'm just glad I didn't qualify for it.
Yeah.
I actually already have somebody that I'm putting
Well,
forward.
and also too, I think they have to watch out being scammed by their own family members.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
That, they'll come and say, oh, mom and dad, you really need to sign this over, and they
Right.
give them their information
It
and
is called
they'll
elder
take advantage of
abuse.
them.
Yeah, and that kind of thing, I think happens a lot too in families where, they're not quite aware, and that's a very tough thing to be able to, yeah.
So how do we go about finding somebody that's capable of doing this presentation?
Well, there are groups.
I'll reach out
That
to,
talk about elder abuse. and
I'll
I
reach out
think
to
Kim's-
O's,
I'm talking
yeah,
about the scamming.
I'll reach out to the state aging office, the O's office.
Right,
Yeah.
And,
Mm.
for the end of life estate planning, I had reached out to, legal services. What are they called? Legal services for the elderly.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a contact.
Yeah.
So I'll reach out to them too.
yeah.
But
But I
another,
think we can't probably do that until late winter or early spring.
Right,
Yep.
right.
another topic of interest is anything with CPR, AED training,
That's true,
you know, I'm certified CPR, AED.
yeah.
And I haven't had to use it, but if I did, I'd know what to do.
Right,
Yeah.
Little church held classes in that, a
Yeah.
couple of classes, and they were very well attended. I think it was put on by our fire department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so maybe
yeah.
contacting our fire department and see if they'd be
Yep.
willing to do something like that
Yep.
for our elderly.
Yeah,
People of a certain age that are still capable
Yeah.
of doing CPR. CPR is all changed now.
oh,
anyway.
yes, yeah,
AED
my
is
dog
not
is a
difficult to
trainer.
do,
Yeah.
but you have to learn the
right, exactly,
process.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure how many people have an AED.
Well, you know,
Machine,
you
but-
just need to know how to
Right,
use
if
it.
there's
you
one
know,
in a public
If there's
place.
one in-
Exactly.
Right,
Right,
Right.
right, so
okay,
if there's interest there, I have contacts
you
too.
do?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe Kathy, we would delegate that to you. But,
Yeah.
all right. Anything else anybody wants to bring up, or we're
I
at
just got a
our
thing from-
1 hour
Oh,
quota?
did you
I
get?
just got a confirmation from Kevin,
You did,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh, good,
so we're all
Okay.
set.
good.
all right,
Kevin
Alright.
Ryan,
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
RHEIN.
Okay, so I did spell that name right.
Yeah,
RHEIN.
Yeah, KHIEN, yeah.
All right, anything else that anybody wants to add before we adjourn?
Nope.
Okay, so
Anything like
then our
adjourn?
next event is, we will,
December
Everybody have a-
16th.
Can we talk about the election? Just, you said you're gonna be there 8 to 4, and you're gonna be there in the
Oh, yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah,
And
I
then you said you're
asked
gonna
go
be
around
there.
if I go to a watch party.
I won't be there all day.
No, I'll be there for maybe an
I
hour.
don't
2
think it's
hours.
gonna take a lot of people, I mean, I'll have good signage, so.
That's why I'm gonna bring stuff,
But I'm
because
just
it's like
thinking,
slow, you know, and nobody's.
Coordinating the volunteers. there.
What, if, are you working that day or you have the day?
I'm working. that
You're
day.
working
don't
on
have
it,
to
right,
be there.
Tim? Yeah.
I'll be
I
there,
could come late afternoon, but,
I'll be there around 2. I have a dentist appointment at 12.
Well, I can be there in the morning.
I wanna try and stay late until 4, I may have to go to
Nine
bed with a
till
watch
11
party.
to 12.
If I want.
And I asked him to print up, just so that we can have it there, the date for the, Christmas
I'll
concert.
print out several flyers.
Okay,
so
thank
people
you.
can just
Okay,
grab
Okay,
them.
and that way we
Yeah.
can, and we can get the barn, pictures of the barn quilts,
Yeah,
just so that we can show people what this committee does. I'm a visual person, so I need to see
Yeah.
things.
And my husband will be there, so he'll just bring them down.
and so
you
you
don't have to worry
also
about-
have
Okay.
the walking
Yeah.
group, who goes to the walking group?
I do.
It would be nice to have maybe a couple of pictures, if you could send those to me.
Yep.
You know, to let people know, hey, there is a walking
Yep.
group.
Yep.
They do this on Mondays.
Mhm.
It is open to everyone for free
Yep.
at the Center for All Seasons. It's, you know, throughout the winter.
I'll write up.
They do it throughout,
thing
that would be
for you.
great.
Yeah,
If you would do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
We always have a
I would
picture
do
taken.
that.
I know,
I did take a picture of,
oh, the
The,
swimming,
the swimming, no, we are not putting that anywhere near.
synchronized swim.
Well,
It wasn't pretty, but it was fun.
It was fun, it
Yeah.
was
I did the
fun.
first 2 weeks.
With Doris.
Yeah,
Nice.
Did you take a picture of the gathering?
I only got a few, but
so if you send that to me too, I'll try to get that on the post.
So you send out the
three of us.
email to everyone,
But I didn't wanna
is
get-
that how that comes from?
Right.
Mary-
Yeah.
Mary
It
Baldwin?
usually comes from me, I'm
And maybe for-
hoping that Kim
It was
Deegan
very
is going to be.
I left to go to the
Co-chair,
graveside.
Even
Because
though
I
she's
feel
not
bad.
listening.
Well, I went to the,
why that.
Well, I listed them.
Is she volunteering me for something?
Yes.
Yeah, you already
As a
volunteered.
co-chair to take
Voluntold.
the relief off me for, are you interested in co-chairing?
If you need me, Mary, you seem very stressed and very, so I am.
Probably if I
happy
had
to-
enough volunteers in here. Enough, yeah,
Yeah, I will, if you
yeah.
want a co-chair or just a backup, then.
Right now, yeah, it's just been really busy with people being out sick and trying to juggle. I know the last couple of weeks that.
And the election.
Resource is a volunteer thing, but we did the rabies clinic and then we had some other events Saturday, so it's been a lot.
It's a good thing they have you to hold the fort down.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and then she has that little thing called the election.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, the
To
election.
do it at the
Well,
same
it's
time.
nice though, because people are actually coming out and I've had people register that are in their sixties that have never voted in their life.
It's amazing, it's
And they
amazing.
live right down the road.
Mhm.
So, so it's nice that people are coming out
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
participating. And, but, yeah. Okay, all right,
There's a name
So-
on the list, Lois
Oh, yeah.
Hazlet,
Lois Hazlett,
okay,
yeah.
still active or no?
Yeah, she does, I'm surprised she's not here, she has been coming.
Okay,
She doesn't drive it, no,
Oh,
she's
okay.
very elderly.
And then the
Oh,
lady
okay.
that
And she's
usually
pretty-
sits over here, she lives in North Belgrade.
Is that Karen?
I don't know,
Is
she
here?
sometimes comes with her husband.
Oh, Mary DeRosa.
Mary
DeRosa.
DeRosa. She's not really.
I
a
think she's got
committee
some health
member.
issues.
She was the president or the chair of United Way for a long, long
Oh.
time. She also worked with Senior Spectrum. So she's a good resource for
Yes,
a
she
lot of
is,
different
very
things.
good.
She
She's not a
actually
member.
brought the
She's not a member?
No,
main general.
and Hillary's not a member either.
And Hillary's not a
Yeah.
member either. She's just.
I like Hillary.
She comes because there is an interest
Mhm.
there, so anyway.
Well, when I get my act together in the walking group, Kathy and I can share all this stuff. and
yeah,
There's a lot of women there that might be interested in doing, you know, joining the committee and being a part of this
yeah,
and stuff.
I put it out there, I asked them.
Well, maybe
But
sometime
it-
what we should do is at
this-
least have them
Yeah,
come to a meeting. Just to hear what the committee,
Yeah.
that's why I wanted you to come tonight.
yeah,
So you could hear what this committee does.
yeah.
And if you're interested, fine. If not, at least you had the knowledge of what we
There you
do.
go. Yeah,
So,
Sounds like.
good.
Okay, all right, so our next meeting, our next gathering will
December
be
7th.
December 7th. At the North Belgrade Community Center
At 12
from
o'clock.
1 to 3 to.
so we just have to make sure Kevin can get in to set up.
Right,
So,
okay,
I don't have a key, so.
all right, thanks, Richard, for joining us. this
Thank you. Yep.
Nice to have you.
Hopefully you
take
can come
part,
join us in
and,
person.
If you have some
Sure.
friends that would like to
I will.
join. Yeah, and we'll look at redoing our flyer as well for resources and maybe opportunities and things that we can do to help our seniors even more stay in their homes. All right, good evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Hi, Richard.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guess I need glasses.
There's not a leaf on the bottom there?
I know, I'm looking for the lead, but I don't see it.
Oh, it's up right there.
It's
Oh,
and. Okay. There we go. It shows that.
There you go, there you go.
Now, I have
I'm on TV.
Yeah.
What is Richard's last name?
him.
I don't know what it is.
Von Eiderstein.